What it do is your boy Crackham Stand on Gotta Get It Sports, and today I will be going over the Commanders versus the Dolphins game. So let's get into it. First thing first, the Commanders and Dolphins will be playing in Madrid, Spain, which will be, should be action-packed for sure. We'll see how that game go. So let's get into the Dolphins versus the Commanders defense. So I don't have confidence in the defense again, like I've been saying on all the videos I've been posting lately. But this week, if you guys didn't know, Joe Witt got his play calling taken away, and Dan Quinn will be calling the plays. So maybe we see a change because Dan Quinn's calling the plays, but maybe we won't because at the end of the day, we still have a lot of injuries. Trey Amos is out, so that's our best cornerback. He won't be playing. So I leave Mike Santrill, Ignaby, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and then that leaves the boy Jonathan Jones, and then so that's pretty much all the corners we will have. We have Owens out there too. He's a safety, so we're gonna be short against a team who just beat the brakes off of the Buffalo Bills. They beat them pretty good. I thought we may have a chance to win this game against the Dolphins, but me seeing them put the beat down on the Bills, who's a good team, kind of scares me. So last week we gave up a lot of rushing yards on the ground. It was insane. I think it was like over 200 rushing yards that we gave up against Seattle, and then also too Sam Darnold plucked us apart. So I kind of seeing this happen again. I think we lost by 21 points over the last 4 games. At least 21 points for the last 4 games straight. And I think in the combined 4 games, it's been 100 points scored against our defense, which is insane. I don't see it getting any better. Maybe it might get a little better with Dan Quinn calling the plays, but at the end of the day, like I said, we have too many injuries on the D-line, in the secondary. Who's going to stop these people? I think Waddle will have a big game. I'll say he'll at least get 90 yards, probably. At least 90 yards. He could get 150 for real. But I can see him getting 90 yards, a touchdown, a chain. I also can see him going off as well because our run game is not good right now. We can't contain the outside. We're pretty good up the middle with Kinlaw up the middle. And then also Damon Payne, which Damon Payne won't be playing this week because of the punch that he did to Amon St. Brown last week, retaliating when Amon basically punched him a couple plays before. So I just see a chain definitely cooking us in the running game, and then oh my God, passing game, he definitely gonna get us. For some reason, we cannot hide Bobby Wagner in the in pass coverage. So just imagine if a chain wind up getting matched up with Bobby Wagner. So I'm taking a chain over on his receiving yards. That's guaranteed. I'm taking Waddle for his receiving yards. That's guaranteed. It's going to be a long day for our defense for sure. Tua will have a good game as well. We don't really have to worry about him rushing. So maybe that might be a difference. But look at Sam Darnold. He didn't rush last week, and he just plucked us apart. So it's going to be a long day. Now for our offense versus the Dolphins defense, I think we will have some success. We had success pretty much all year. We just can't stop anybody on defense. Mariota's going to get the job done. He's going to do pretty good. Hopefully he don't have any interceptions. We still don't have no McLaurin, no Noah Brown. We lost Trey Burks last week. So, he just got signed to us. That was basically I think it was his second game, and then we out already. So it's crazy. No Luke McCaffrey. So we all have Deebo Samuels out there. We'll have Jalen Lane. We'll have Moore. And I forget the other guy because there's so many people just, coming from the streets. Moby Chosen, we'll have him as well. We pretty much throw the ball to him deep because he's got that speed, so we kind of strapped with that. But I feel like we will be able to put up at least 20+ points on the Dolphins. But I just don't see our defense containing the Dolphins. So in order for us to win, I think we have to score 30+, and I'm not confident we can do that. Our running game is kind of iffy. Outside of the running backs, outside of the quarterbacks. Like I said, Mariota get a lot of rushing yards. When Jaden Daniels was playing, he get a lot of rushing yards. So it's success there, but all the defense has been plugging up the front to making sure that we can run the ball and then force the receivers who we don't have to win one-on-one matchups, which they haven't been winning consistently. Last week Jalen Lane caught a deep pass for, I want to say, 40 yards. That was his only catch he had that game. But that was promising. But we need a little bit more of that, them throwing the ball down the field. I listened to our offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, press conference. He said, this year's been kind of different. They haven't been, talking down the field. We don't have the people, like, we don't have Noah Brown, Terry McLaurin. So it's just been hard for us to get the ball down the field. So we'll see how they go. But yeah, I think we're going to lose for sure. So Commander fans, don't yell at me. I'm a fan myself, but I kind of like at peace with the season. I feel like the season is over with. We have, we have too many injuries at the end of the day. It's going to be tough. Like, we can't. It's too much. It's too much. And we're going to have our best quarterback. We're going to have our quarterback even playing. So that's even more of a struggle. So we'll see how it goes. But can we beat the Dolphins? Yeah, we can beat them because the Dolphins are up and down. They beat Buffalo Bills, dominated them last week, but then they can suck in Spain this week. It can't happen. But I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. It's just too much going on. There's too much going on. We got too many injuries, man. It's bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. And the defensive play calling been horrendous. Joe Witt, he came down on the field against Seattle last week just to try to see if it made a difference, but it made no difference. He's seen it. Only difference it was him seeing it up close and personal of all these receivers just wide open. Like I said, Gibbs just killed us, rushing and receiving. And then, Jameson Williams did his thing. I'm on St. Brown did okay, but it was mainly Williams and Gibbs that was killing us. Gibbs had 3 touchdowns, of course. I think Williams had 1 touchdown. But we couldn't stop anybody. I just don't see that happening. I hope you Commander fans have fun in Spain. Definitely. I have family down there right now, so I hope they have a good time. But, just enjoy the background, all the beautiful, buildings and things like that, and the food and things, because y'all not going to enjoy the game. The game, I think it may get ugly. It can get ugly. And, it's unfortunate that we have to force Mariota to carry this team, but Mariota literally have to carry this team for us to even have a chance to win or to stay in the game. So if Mariota have a bad game, we're going to get beat down bad in Madrid, Spain. It's going to get ugly. I just don't think we have anybody fast enough to check Waddle. Waddle is too fast. A chain is too fast. So I'm taking Waddle. Like I said, I'm taking Waddle for a touchdown. I'm taking a chain for a touchdown. Maybe 2 touchdowns for sure. I like Jalen Lane as well for a 30-yard reception. I'm always going to take that. I just think he has the opportunity to do it because he's so fast. You just got to connect when it happens. But, it's very, very risky to do a 30-yard reception with Jalen Lane because, like I said, last week, he only had 1 catch. It was like for 40+, but it's 1 catch. I feel like he only had like 2 targets. So, yeah, it's risky. So you get that 1 target you don't get, then you might not get a chance to win that bet. So, I get if you want to stay away from that. But you want to be risky and take a risk, I'll take Jalen Lane for a 30-yard reception. And then also, too, I like Waddle for a 30-yard reception. I think that's a lock. That's a lock. If you're feeling real frisky or real froggy, whatever you want to say, I would take a chain for a 20-yard reception. I think that may be a lock. But it's risky when it comes to running backs because he can get like a 10, 15 yards easy. But like I said, Lord knows, if Bobby Wagner get matched up on a chain, he's going to take it to the house. So I think that's going to be over 20 yards. He will take that to the house. Even against Louisville, he's taking that to the house. We have nobody that can check a chain when it comes to catching the ball. It's going to get bad. So I would take his over for sure on receiving yards. I feel like it's like 30-something right now. So I would take the over on that as well. But yeah, that's my bets for the week. And the score, I think, will be for the Dolphins and the Commanders. I say Commanders 21 and Dolphins 38. I think the game going to get out of hand. We're just not going to be able to keep up with them. So I'll say 38-24. I think a field goal may get put in there. 38-24 Dolphins. And, that's just time for us to just get ready for next season. let's look at this draft and try to find us a pass rusher and try to find us get us the best people in free agency. Commanders, we have a lot of money right now, so we just got to get ready for next season. Because, guys, Commander fans, for you guys that's very optimistic, just let it go. It's over. Sometimes you got to see when the writing's on the wall, and it's the fat lady been singing for the past 4 or 5 weeks. It's over for us. Like I said, we'll be lucky to win the game. But if we do win the game, these are one of the winnable games we can win against the Dolphins. And then also, I'll say, people might say, oh, you can beat the Giants, but I don't think we will beat the Giants either. Then maybe the Eagles at the end of the year because they may not have nothing to play for. But at that point, what's the point of winning? If we win, we're going to lose out on a high draft pick. So I think the best thing to do right now is to tank. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but we got to look forward to 2026. But again, guys, thank you for supporting me. It's been like, I think 2 months I've been doing this, or a month and a half. So I'm going to continue to be consistent and drop videos, at least 2 videos each week. I want to start dropping videos about other picks for other teams when it comes to parlays. I think I might start doing that as well. And then I also may dive into the Washington Wizards. Kind of, give you guys my intake on that and, my perspective on the state of the Wizards. Another team in DC that's not doing good right now. They might not do good for a while, but we have a lot of great talent on our roster right now. But everybody's young, so we'll see. But thank you guys again for supporting Crack 'em Stand and Gotta Get It Sports. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.